how Honia Kader makes $137,952 every single month consistently by selling the Girl Boss Dream. So, in this video, I'll break down exactly how Honia is pulling in six figures a month in profit consistently using this super simple Ascension VSL funnel. So, in this video, you will learn exactly how she is posting content that sells $3,000 offers without any sales call. And that is by far the best part of her entire sales process. Then I'll show you how she's getting 1,000 plus women every single month waiting to join her coaching program. And then I'll break down her entire sales process, literally when they saw Honia for the first time on Instagram to the point where they are ready to pay her $3,000 to join her coaching program. Then, most importantly, how you can implement this into your info or coaching business and grow your business as well. So, my name is Lucky, and from the last 2 years, I've been helping coaches and creators start or scale their coaching or consulting businesses. So, if you are looking for help, to start or scale your coaching or consulting business, you can click on the first link in description and you can book a no pressure strategy call one to one directly with me. Now, let's start with her content and personal brand, and that is the most important thing out of her entire business. So, she is mainly using two platforms to run her entire coaching business. First one is Instagram, where most of the conversion, sales, or revenue comes from. Then, second is YouTube. So, she recently started YouTube. So, she's not doing that much on YouTube, but let's start with Instagram. So, on Instagram right now, she has 644,000 followers, massive, massive personal brand. And let's take a look at her bio. First thing she tells is personal brand strategies and mentor. Now, just look at this bio and think of it like you are going on her page for the first time. Right after reading the first line, you can tell what she does and how she can help you. And most people on Instagram aren't able to click, and most coaches on Instagram selling high ticket offers and all, they don't have a clear bio which says that, hey, what you do and how you can help your ICP, right? Then she tells you that she is helping women turn their stories, skills, and presence into income. Right after the gate, you look at her bio and you are like, okay, she can help me or she cannot help me. You just got confused. Right after reading the bio, you can tell what she does and how she can help you. Then she has a call to action about her low ticket course that you can join the signature brand blueprint, and here's the link for that course. Just after the bio, just below where the main profile feed is, we have the highlights tab. Right now she only have two highlights. She can do more and get better results, but right now she only have two. First one is about results, so people who went through her courses, her coaching programs, her mentorships, so she is posting results of her students or clients. Then the second one here is how she became rich. This is not important, she's just posting some motivational stuff out here, right? But what she can does is literally post 3 to 4 more client highlights or client results, or basically the results people got after joining her coaching program courses, so that if anyone goes on to her page for the first time, they will be just overwhelmed by the amount of proof she has, and it helps a lot in conversions, right? And after that, let's talk about her content, which is the most important part. So, her brand on Instagram is literally the girl boss, because her brand associations are being independent, luxury cars, living a Dubai lifestyle, having a personal brand, and making the online income while being in home, and basically general life advice and her worldviews, her opinions. So, these are her brand associations on Instagram. And if we talk about the main feed, so Instagram have three feeds basically. It has the main home feed, then the reel tab, and then the tagged option. On her main feed, she is doing like the normal reels, but she also have three pinned posts. Now again, this shows how this is a really good strategy of introducing yourself, showing client results, and telling your story if somebody is on your profile for the first time. That's how these little things, these little tweaks can make your Instagram literally into a landing page, right? Let's see the first post. First post is she is buying her dream car. It gives her the authority that hey, she's living the life that you wanna live if you are her ICP, if it makes sense, right? Say if you wanna buy this car, but Honia already have it. In your mind, you'll be like, okay, this girl's doing something right. That's why she have this car or she bought this car, right? Then the second pin post is about results and some couple of lifestyle photos, but the main goal is show people the results that hey, my students or my clients are getting results, my shit actually works, whatever I'm telling you actually works, right? And the third post is one of the most important one. She is telling her story and her entire journey from how she went from Kurdistan to struggling to make money and then finally making 6 figures a month plus profit, right? All of these posts, what they are doing, it gives them an idea about Honia, her business, her results, and what she's about, right? Basically, these things we do it for first time visitors. They can be more nurtured, right? Rather than watching just random content on her profile. That's her pin post. Now let's talk about her content formats. What are the formats she is using on Instagram? First one is scripted talking head videos, where she's using a script, using a high quality camera, recording high quality videos, valuable videos. We call it scripted talking head. Then the second one is B-roll plus music. So you have some stuff going on the background and then there is no caption, no audio. All they have is a trending music. Basically, these content works well for lifestyle type of content when you are basically flexing your lifestyle, right? Then the third one is the most famous raw talking head videos, shooting raw videos like this, giving some value, telling her world views, telling her beliefs, what she think about certain things. And after that, she is also doing a lot of podcast clips. Whenever you go on a podcast, you can literally clip that thing into 100 plus short form reels. She's doing that. And the last one is the hero's journey, where she is literally telling her entire life story, how she went from being a broke college kid to making 6 figures a month in profit, taking care of family and XYZ. You get my point, right? Basically the dream life of her ICP. These are the content formats, and honestly, and what it tells you is you must use various different formats into your content as well, because if you are boxing yourself into a single format, the algorithm can change tomorrow. The format stopped working, let's say podcast list stopped working, she now have three more formats that she is already pulling in some audience in. Have multiple formats in your content, that will really help you a lot, and you can really target new audience from different angles, right? And also you'll get way more data, which is the most important thing. So you'll get data on what your audience want and what is not working in your niche. Scripted talking head, she's using it to give value slash or educational content. So basically whenever she's doing a sit down or scripted talking head, value dense video like educational video. Then if she's doing a b-roll plus music, it's basically for lifestyle or motivation. So basically spark an emotion, the motivational kind of feeling that hey, I want to do it, I can do this too, right? And the third one, which is raw talking head, again, she's using it to sometimes give some value and sometimes telling her beliefs, her worldviews, her opinions on certain things. Then for podcasts, she is strictly using this podcast clips format for her opinions, beliefs, and paradigm. And the last one is hero's journey. Basically, what hero's journey or your transformation story does, it gives them the relatability and trust that hey, Honia is where I am 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago. So it builds that relatability factor, because if people cannot relate to you, they won't buy from you. It's as easy as that. So relatability and trust. Trust is basically, she went from these kind of hardships, but despite being all of that, she made it. She is a hard worker, or she's basically a successful woman. And relatability is she started where I am. And all of it basically is for her ICP, right? I cannot relate to Honya, but if you are her ICP, you can relate to her story more. All of your content on Instagram must be curated around your ICP, because if you are posting random content, you will get random results. You can get $50,000 a month, and after that, you will drop down to $10,000 the next month if you are just posting random stuff. Every single format, every single content that you post online must be around your ICP, right? Or your dream follower. This is an amazing concept, ICP versus dream follower. I'll explain that later in the video. But right now, just keep in mind that your videos have to either entertain, either educate. These are the content formats. Now let's see how these content formats helps her in converting these millions of views that she's getting every single month to paying clients buying her $3,000 coaching program. This is every content funnel, and how it works is you post top of funnel content. Now the goal of top of funnel content, you can see, get as many people as you can to know you. The main goal here is to, they just know that who Honia is. They don't have to know she's selling a coaching program or she's doing some stuff on social media. What they have to do is, Honia exist on this planet, because if nobody knows you, how they're gonna buy from you? So buying is the last part of the entire sales process. The first part is to know you, right? So top of funnel content helps you get more views, get more brand awareness, get more eyeballs, get more people into your funnel every single month. Then comes the middle of funnel content, where you show that, hey, you are the expert, and where you build that likability factor. People buy from people they like. And how people like you is basically if you show your personality, if you show your habits, if you show your goals, if you show your vision, what you really want in this life, plus you show that, hey, I am the expert in my niche. That's how likability factor is built. So I will give you more practical tips later, but right now just understand middle of funnel basically means showing that you are the expert. How you do it? By posting valuable content, like basically niche content. So for Honya, it's about content about personal branding or Instagram reels or content strategy, right? Then bottom of funnel is basically the converting content. So you post a video about, hey, I have this offer, comment XYZ if you want to buy it. So Honya is doing it with her reels. I'll show that in a minute. But all you have to do in bottom of funnel is have an insane amount of proof. And bottom of funnel content is most of the time it's for the people who are on the fence of buying a product, but they are somewhat kind of, like some kind of doubt. So all you have to do is show them some proof, show them some student results, and boom, it's done. They become your high ticket client, because they know that if somebody is in my position can do it, then I can do it also. They just need some certainty in whatever they are buying, because people buy with emotions and then justifies with logic. Basically, that's the marketing psychology. And on top of funnel, the lifestyle content that you see is the top of funnel content, because if you are seeing this video, for example, let's say if I watch this video, I don't have to be a specific type of person to watch this video. Basically, 90% of the audience on Instagram wants to be rich. They wants to make money online, right? That's how top of funnel content works. You post really broad like videos. You don't niche down. You post broad videos that attract a ton of people from different industries, cultures, countries, locations, right? You can see this video. This is also top of funnel video. Then her talking about a certain things. Let's say she's talking about money. Now everybody is interested in money. She's talking about relationships. Every woman is obviously they need relationships in their life, right? So these podcast clips, she is telling her beliefs, her worldviews, her opinions, and also, and again, this type of content goes viral. You can see the Andrew Tate podcast clips talking about how men need to work hard and blah blah blah. You get my point, right? And then people clip that podcast and it went, for millions and millions of views. After that, her like the transformation story, it is again a top of funnel content. Then comes the middle of funnel part, which is the most important thing, because that's where people start liking you. And that's the difference between people who you buy from or people you watched for a couple of times and then completely forget. So middle of funnel is the most important part in the entire content funnel. First one is basically the value videos, talking head videos, as I told you before in the content formats. She's only using that kind of content format for value depth videos or educational videos that helps her ideal clients in some sort of Instagram problem. Maybe it's a viral content strategy, maybe how to find content ideas, maybe how to write a script. Then second one is also a value or educational content, but this time it's somewhat kind of a different format. So it's a whiteboard, right? Then third one is the raw talking head videos. She's talking about either her opinions, some kind of motivation, how you can get rich, or she's talking about some value, how you can grow on Instagram. Then her podcast clips. This is where podcast clips plays the most important part, because now you know what she thinks about certain things, and if your thinking match, you will obviously gonna like her, right? So if let's say you, hey, making $10,000 is easy, right? You have to do certain things and you'll easily make $10,000 and you agree with me, obviously naturally starts liking me more because our opinions match, right? And the last thing is her transformation story. So it also builds the liking factor, because now you know that she has done something in her life. So obviously we respect people more if they have done something in their life, right? Then bottom of funnel content is, it's either super niche content or it's either student results. Now she's not doing a ton of bottom of funnel content, because if you are doing the nurturing right in middle of funnel content, you don't need that much of bottom of funnel content. But if you do, if you have the results, there is nothing wrong with posting student results. It's obviously gonna help you grow your business, get more people inside your program or buy your offer, right? You can make a lot more content about results, how our students are getting amazing results, like Shelby Sapp does. And that's why Shelby is doing 7 figures a month, because she has a lot more proof publicly that her students get amazing results. It basically helps people, removes any objections if they have, and basically it just shorten the sales cycle. So let's say if it took me 1 month to watch Shelby for the first time and buy her $5,000 coaching program by end of day 30, it will cut in half if I saw results every single day, right? Because it cuts in half if I saw her student results every single day on her stories, on her reels, right? Honya can obviously implement this and it will help her a lot. So from what I break down till now, you can understand that her personal brand is built on mainly three pillars. First one is value content, second one is me content, and third one is her journey. So me content and her personal journey are the most important part in a content funnel, because value content, everyone can do value content nowadays. I can basically, why value content commoditize you is literally anyone on the planet can post value content. How you differentiate yourself is by posting me content. Me, basically, hey, I am lucky, that's how I think about the world, these are my goals, that's what I want to do in life, this is my vision, this is how I can help you, these are my life lessons, these are my stories. So this is basically me content, it has nothing to do with value. So what me content does, it builds the relatability and the likability factor, and obviously her journey, basically emotions, relatability, likability. So these are based all of emotions, right? Value is pure logic. You cannot like someone, like obviously you can like someone based off of their value, but if 100 people is posting the exact same value, me content and journey content is what helps you, from differentiate from all of your competitors and build a category of one where you basically have no competition, right? So people buy from logic plus emotions. Now value obviously fills the logic part. If I can share a 30-minute breakdown, about Honia Kader, how she makes $100,000 a month consistently, obviously I'm giving you value for free. Now you trust me. Logically you think that, hey, this guy's amazing, this guy really know what he's doing. But me and journey content, that what builds this emotional connection with you and the creator, so in this case Honia, right? And honestly saying, guys, emotions is way more important than logic. So there's this goated book everyone should read if you are doing anything related to online marketing and all. If you are doing anything related to online marketing, which is influenced by Robert Cialdini, amazing book. And this book shows you why the me content and journey content is super important in your funnel, right? So as I was talking about the emotion part, the videos, the podcast clips where she's talking about her beliefs, where she's talking about her paradigms, her worldviews, her opinions, then the lifestyle content, and then the transformation content. So it builds the liking and it builds the unity. So liking means that, hey, I like her because we think the same way about certain things. I like her because she is associated to success. She is already successful. And then unity is that, hey, we are one. So when she posts a transformation story, if you are her ICP, you will definitely relate to her that, hey, we are one. She started in the same place that I am in and she become way more successful. So that's how you build some type of emotional connection with the creator. Liking and unity. So these are the most important factors in her content funnel. And using the me content and journey content, you can do it too. You can also build an emotional connection with your audience as well. And here are some more tips on how you can build the liking and unity factor with your audience. First of all, physical attractiveness, the halo effect. If you are physically attractive, not in the sense that you are the most beautiful or the most handsome, but in the sense of how you carry yourself, how you dress, how's your haircut, how your personal hygiene, what kind of dresses do you wear. And if somebody is physically attractive, there's an halo effect. We instantly think that, hey, this guy is smart, or hey, this is trustworthy. So that's how our mind reacts. There's nothing wrong with it. That's basically how the biology works of a human brain. Then we build similarity. So in this situation, the podcast clips of Honia builds the similarity that about love, let's say about love, me and Honia thinks the same. Let's say she posts a podcast. So as her ICP is women, so let's say if she posts something about, women should be financially independent. Now if your opinions and her opinions matches, obviously you're gonna like her more because there's a similarity factor. You and Honya are similar and your brain will think like, hey, we are similar. That's how we build the similarity factor. Then familiarity and contact. So basically it just comes down to the exposure, how many times they see your content. So basically if you post every day, you can take care of it, but all it means is how many times they see your content. The more times they see your content, the more they know you, the more they like you. Basically the more nurtured they are, right? Because if I've seen 100 of your reels, I'll know you way better rather than if I watched 5 of your reels, right? So if you are posting every day, it will take care of everything else, right? Familiarity and contact and all. Association, if you are associated with nice things, if you are associated with financial independence, if you are associated with money, if you are associated with success, if you are associated with good things, obviously people are gonna like you more. Then having a shared story and a shared enemy obviously builds the unity factor. For Honia, the shared story is women at home can also make money online, and the shared enemy is they don't have to be dependent on someone else for their life, right? So that's a shared story and shared enemy, and it builds the unity fact that hey, we are one. So using these things, dressing well, building the similarity, familiarity, associations, having a shared enemy and a shared story will help you with the emotional part, and that comes down in the me and the journey content basically. So this is some of the advanced stuff of personal branding, but obviously this will help you a lot, right? But what happens if you only post value content? They all start sounding the same, they all start feeling the same, right? You just cannot differentiate between somebody else posting about Instagram reels and Honia Kader posting about Instagram reels, right? So if you only post value, you just becomes a commodity because there are literally thousand more guys posting about the exact same Instagram strategy that you're talking about in your videos. So again, posting me content and journey content will help you build a niche of one. Basically, there's no competitor because how you think is different, how you look is different, what are your goals is different, what is your vision is different, what is your beliefs is different, right? So to avoid being a commodity like this and building a niche of your own, all you have to do is share your personality, your beliefs, your values, your stories, and what makes you special on your content. That's it. That's all you have to do. But most people, what they do, they are focusing too much on the vehicle. Let's say for Honia, if she's only posting about Instagram, nobody is gonna care that much, right? But right now, she's showing her personality, she's showing her beliefs, her values, her stories, and what makes her special, right? Because she started in 30, her entire life story makes her special. And that's why she's able to build a niche of one, right? And if you work with us, me and my team will take care of it. You don't have to worry about any of the content strategy, content formats, how this, funnel is gonna work. Basically, I take care of every single thing that I've shared on Instagram and on YouTube as well, right? So yeah, it's a shameless plug, but if you wanna work with me, you can click on the first link in description and book a one-to-one, no pressure strategy call with me. So this was her Instagram, and Instagram basically brings in 70 to 80% of her revenue every single month. Now she's also started posting on YouTube recently. As you can see, this video is I guess a month old or 2 months old, and basically it was a vlog of her buying the dream car, and she's using the same fundamentals that she was using on Instagram. So on YouTube as well, she's posting value content, she's posting day in the life videos, and she's sharing her story. So you can say I went from broke at 30 to building a $1 million brand in 18 months. So this is her entire story. Then $1 million brand Q&A. This is again a value content. So day in the life showing her lifestyle and how I grew my Instagram to 583K. Value video, educational video, the Instagram reel strategy, value video. So again here on YouTube, she is posting valuable content so people trust her that she knows what she's talking about. She's posting day in the life videos, so basically showing the lifestyle and get more views because obviously day in the life videos will get more views. You can literally see the difference. This video was posted after this one, but this one got 46,000 views in a month and this one only got 2,800. So if you want more views, you can post day in the life videos, but they do not build the trust. So to cover up that, she's also posting value content. And then she is sharing her story. So the day in the life content and the story content building the emotional part, and the value driven content is obviously nurturing her audience from Instagram and on YouTube as well. Plus it is building the authority because you want to be certain if you are buying $3,000 thing. Basically you want to be sure that this person actually knows what she's talking about and they have results of what they are talking about, right? But right now, one thing I can say is she is underutilizing YouTube a lot, and she can literally double her revenue from YouTube. All she have to do is she's already getting tons of views on Instagram, right? She's posting top of funnel a lot, but the problem with top of funnel content is it does not nurture the audience, right? So the middle of funnel part where people get nurtured and they start seeing you as authority, it doesn't work that well on Instagram because you can only give a limited amount of value in a 60-second reel, and people are not on Instagram to learn how to grow on Instagram. Most of the people, they are just to scroll, doom scroll or just wasting their time. But on YouTube, people are way more intentional about whatever they watch. So if you are posting value content on YouTube, it works way better. And obviously, the duration of these videos, 10-minute video, if I watch a 10-minute video and if I watch a 60-second video, there's a huge difference in that, right? So YouTube can literally act as a nurturing machine because she's already getting tons of views on Instagram. So she just redirects all of her views from Instagram to YouTube by just posting stories that, hey guys, posted a new YouTube video. Or she can also post a reel about that by teasing the actual problem she's solving inside videos. So if I give you an example, let's say if I want to make a reel about this video, so I will make a hook. The body and the call to action will be basically watch this YouTube video or comment XYZ and you send them the YouTube video. But the hook will be if you are struggling to grow on Instagram, or it can be this new strategy will give you 10 times more views, whatever it is. But if you make a dedicated reel about your YouTube video as a call to action, it will direct a lot more people to your YouTube videos, right? So it is basically acting as a lead magnet. So you can have your YouTube videos as lead magnet also, right? And what it does, her sales process will become buttery smooth because people are already getting nurtured on Instagram. But if they watch 20-minute YouTube video, it's far better than that. And basically, she can make a lot more money, right? And why it works? It's because of the 7-11-4 rule. So it was a research done by Google. And it says that if consumers want to buy something from a creator, they have to consume at least 7 hours of the content through 11 touch points across 4 separate platforms. And the most important of all of them is 7 hours of your content. Now, I can watch 30-second reels or I can watch 30-minute YouTube videos. You can clearly see the difference. So, YouTube is a go to platform when it comes to selling info. And why is basically the 7-11-4 rule. 7 hours of content, you can easily watch 10 of my YouTube videos, and you will trust me way more than an Instagram influencer because you are only watching 30-second reels of that influencer. And I made an amazing video breaking down the entire funnel. So this video will be coming on the I button, so you can click it, watch it. This is an amazing video, and I literally break down the entire process of how you can make YouTube a nurturing machine, how YouTube can help you make way more money. And again, if you work with me and my team, we will take care of your YouTube also. So you don't have to worry about any of the stuff about content, about funnels and all. So this is how she's getting tons and tons of views every single month, and how you can get to, how you can apply some changes into your strategy. But views doesn't pay bills, right? Likes doesn't mean anything in real life. So how she's getting leads basically people interested in her offers from the content that she's posting. So she's right now selling two offers. First one is a low ticket course of $600. Another one is a group coaching cohort. It's more of a cohort 4-week program for $2,500, right? So first thing she's using on Instagram, because most of her traffic is on Instagram, her audience is on Instagram. So she's using stories. Now at the time of recording this video, I cannot find any story sequences, but usually she does story sequences, which is basically a call to action to people who already follow you, who watch your content, who watch your stories regularly, to convert them into paying clients, right? And why stories works best? And stories is by far the best strategy you can do with your Instagram because of the audience who's watching your stories, right? So who's watching your stories? They already follow you, they already watch your content, they already watch your stories. So they are so warmed up, they are so nurtured with your content, with your value that you are giving out, that all it needs is a well structured story sequence to convert them into a paying client, right? So for example, I've taken this story sequence from Shelby Sapp. She's also doing $1 million months. Obviously she's crushing it in her niche, but you can see it starts with the hook. So every story sequence starts with a hook. The hook is, I see you all, what kind of sales you are in, what do you exactly do, and how do you travel while working. So these are the pain points of her audience, so you used those pain point as hooks. Then the next story is, I always say it's high ticket sales, you know that. And she's basically introducing the model that, hey, I do XYZ. And basically, what she's trying to do throughout her entire story sequence is trying to get people on her webinar, and she's selling them on the webinar, right? So then the third story is, high ticket sales is not insurance, it's not real estate, cold calling. So she's giving more information about what she's doing. And then she'll be like, hey, I'm hosting a free class. So where's the call to action? Yeah, it's right here. So here you can see I host free master classes, and if you want to join, you can click on the link. So this is basically a story sequence, and the structure of a story sequence is starts with the hook, then it move on to body or either your client result or either a story, and then at last you do a call to action. So the hook was this, then she's telling that, hey, if you don't know what high ticket sales is, it's this and this, and if you want to learn more, you can come to my free class. So that's how basically story sequences work. And again, that is by far the most important thing on Instagram. If you are not doing it, you are literally missing on piles of cash from your coaching business. Then the second thing is her profile. So from link her profile, this directly redirects you to the low ticket offer, the low ticket course. And then the most important part of her lead gen strategy is posting direct reels, because there are not a lot of creators who's posting direct call to action inside their reels. And the thing is, you shouldn't do either. The problem is, whenever you are posting a reel, Instagram pushes it more and more, right? It also goes to a ton of cold people, new audience, and that cold audience, they don't know you, they don't trust you right now, right? So try to do all of your conversions on Instagram basically. So try to do all of your call to actions on stories. It will get you better results. But there's nothing wrong with doing a real call to action, because that's your audience at the end. So you can do whatever you want, right? So you can do call to actions at whenever you want. She's posting a raw, like talking head reels, basically stating the pain points that, hey, I was working 15 hours a day and I was still struggling to make money, but then I discovered a blueprint that will help you to achieve your goals, travel the world, and living your dream life. Basically, the classic promotion reels, right? And if you want access to it, you can comment blueprint and I will send you the details. So this one was for her low ticket offer, and she's also doing direct call to actions on reel on about her high ticket offer also. High ticket offer again goes through the same problem, dream situation, and if you want to do it, you can buy my program and then comment brand and I'll send you more details. So what it does is, when you comment whatever she's telling you to comment, the ManyChat automation activates and she sends you an automated message. Hey, I'm Honia. I saw you commented blueprint. If you ask yes, blah blah blah. You get my point, right? And then you get, this little button, and if you click on it, you will get redirected to the conversion section and basically the landing pages. Again, same with the high ticket offer one, but for high ticket offer, instead of directly selling you, she is building her wait list. What she does is she opens her spots by the starting of every single month, and it's a 4 week cohort. So she's running these campaigns every single week and building a wait list. So by the end of the month, she already have people who want to join her program, and she can just run an email campaign and a ton of people will join her, right? And you can secure your spot by giving her the email, and also you can pay like $500 to basically pre-book your seat in the cohort or coaching program. So this was the reels, and also from YouTube videos, the link in description goes to the high ticket offer. So this was the video, and basically in description there's a single link, and I also suggest doing one link or two links at max, because the more links you do on in your description, the more people get confused. So she's using story sequences, the most important thing, then profile, then direct reels, and then YouTube to get tons of people who are interested in her offer, right? The last thing is conversions, how she is converting. And for conversions, she is using a VSL funnel for both the offers. So this is the low ticket one. So let's break down the landing page real quick. Start with the proof that, hey, I'm Honia Kader, 600k plus followers, and proven monetization systems. Then there is, we call it basically eyebrow. So for who it is, it's for creators, coaches, and ambitious entrepreneurs who want to monetize on Instagram. The headline is build a six-figure audience, become the go-to in your niche, and wake up to new revenue opportunities every single day. Basically, the dream outcome that her audience wants. And then the sub-headline, right? But the most important part of this funnel is this little VSL. And it's basically a 10-minute video. And the main job of this video is to convince you to buy her program. That's basically it. And below the VSL, we'll break down the VSL later. So below the VSL, here's the introduction that, hey, I'm Honia Kader and these are my personal results. So why you should listen to her. Then why you are stuck. So she's addressing the pain points, and adding pain points, guys, is the most important thing if you are running a direct VSL funnel, because if you know their problem, then in their mind, you know the solutions. It's basically the doctor analogy. When the doctor know your disease, it also know what medicines to. So it's basically the doctor analogy. So whenever you go to a doctor, and if the doctor already know what problems and symptoms you are facing, in your mind you are already pre-sold. You'll be like, this guy's amazing. He know what problems I'm facing. He know where I am, what's my current situation, so he can definitely help me get my dream situation as well. After that, she is, showing social proof, a ton and ton of student results. And guys, if you can, just do as much as like video testimonials as you can, because video testimonials builds an insane amount of trust. Below that, they included a section of what you will get after you pay, and below that again some bonuses and all. And after that, there is pricing, so you can pay in full and you can pay in 3 installments. Below that, there is some FAQs. So this is the structure of her landing page. It's an amazing landing page, and it's the perfect landing page if you are selling anything below $1,000. So you can take some inspiration from that also. And for her group cohort, guys, she is also using a similar landing page. Now obviously the headline is changed, the ICP is changed, and some details are changed, but the structure is kind of similar. So first of all, you see a timer that, hey, whenever the program will start again. Then the headline is changed. First of all, there's the date that it starts on 20th of April. Then the headline is create viral Instagram reels, turn attention into consistent income, and join signature brand live. It is really simple. Like, the headline is not too complicated. She's not trying to use any copywriting gimmick to try to hook you in. No, it's a very simple headline talking about the dream situation of our ICP. Then a VSL. The VSL is, again, it breaks or makes your entire funnel. VSL must hit right. So the VSL must be really, really good if you are using a direct VSL funnel. Then you can join the wait list, or you can also pay $500. So there's an option on the landing page below where you can pay $500 and pre-book your seat. And the best part I like in this funnel is by scrolling down, so the pricing section is at the end of the page. And if you still feel unsure about this program, you can book a call. It will help them basically increase their conversion rates. So guys, if you want the entire VSL breakdown plus the Claude workflow of how you can create a similar VSL, plus the structure, the hook, the retention strategy, and the objection handling done in this VSL, you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Lucky Sani. So it's in description. So it's the second link in description. You can DM me on Instagram and I'll send you the entire VSL breakdown plus the Claude workflow. And that is how Honia is making 6 figures a month in profit consistently. So Instagram plus YouTube for traffic, then Instagram mainly for leads, and then a VSL funnel for conversions. And if you want to implement a similar funnel for your coaching or consulting business, or if you want my help to start or scale your coaching or consulting business, you can click on the first link in description. You can book a no pressure strategy call one-to-one directly with me. So again, it's the first link in description. And that's it for today. See you in the next one.